Hello guys, my name is Mikey and I would like to introduce you the CRT, which means candle range theory. This is a very accurate concept and with very high win rate. It became very popular in recent times. So I have been developing this like for a couple of weeks, also months. So and I have developed two indicators where this is the free indicator, this is the premium indicator, and I have also developed the CRT strategy. Um, I would like to introduce you what the CRT is and how it works. I'm going to read and explain the description. You can find the descriptions at, at both indicators and at the CRT strategy as well. So CRT means candle range theory. Every single candle is a range on every single time frame. These vertical lines are dividing the chart into multiple ranges. So this is the first range, second range, third range, fourth range, and so on. Ranges may be either manipulated, turtle soup. So as you can see here, we got the range from here to here. This is the low of the range, this is the high of the range, and here we can see that the low was manipulated, so it means this candle didn't close below, it just wicked this low and went up, so it was manipulated, or it is called turtle soup. Or it can be broken or engulfed or closed above, below and retested. So for example, as you can see here, we have this range of high of the range, and here it was closed above or engulfed, and yeah, it went up after that. And yeah, there should be, sometimes there is retest, sometimes not. So CRT is usually presented as three candle model. However, it may consist of more than three candles due to inside bars. Inside bar is the candle where high is not higher than previous candle high and low is not lower than previous candle low. So for example, we got this candle, and then the next candle, the high is lower than previous high and the low is higher than previous low. It means that there is inside bar. This candle is also inside bar of this bar. This candle is also inside bar of this bar, but this candle, the low is lower than this low, so there was a manipulation. So these three candles are inside bars, and it can be taken as a single range. So these four candles can be a range. Or sorry, not the range. This is the range, but this single candle. It depends how I want to explain it, because this is our range, or this 15-minute time frames, but on the higher time frames it can represent only one candle. So this candle can represent accumulation, or these four candles can represent accumulation, and this one candle can represent manipulation. And on the lower time frames we can look for entries. So due to inside bar, okay, I read this. So first candle represents accumulation, as I already said, may consist of more candles inside bars. Second candle represents manipulation, turtle soup. So first candle on the higher time frame, this is for example on the 4-hour time frame. This range is just one candle, right? Or this range is just one candle. So this candle or this range is accumulation. Then second candle represents manipulation. So this second candle, this is the candle on the 4-hour time frame, represents manipulation, as you can see here. And third candle represents distribution. The abbreviation for this is AMD. And the third candle represents so accumulation, manipulation, and distribution is the third candle. So in accumulation, here is only the two candles, because this is like this is the first candle on the 4-hour time frame, this is the second candle, but we are looking for entry right after this, like after the manipulation candle. This candle on these 15-minute time frames was engulfed, because this is like more experienced looking for entry, but the simple approach is that we have like 3 candles on the higher time frame, and the third candle should be distribution, which means in that candle you want to take profits. So in accumulation, the range with specific high and low is created. In manipulation or turtle soup, the high or low of the range is manipulated, liquidity taken, and price should usually reverse back to the range. So it means manipulation, the liquidity was taken here, and it should reverse. Okay, it went down and then it went up. Back to the range, yeah. In distribution, price is reversing back to the opposite side of the range. On higher time frame, it looks like the manipulation candle wick is higher or lower than previous range high-low. So this may consist of one or more inside bar candles, but the body must not close above or below previous range high-low. Otherwise, it is not a manipulation turtle soup most likely, and price should continue in the direction of candle close. Distribution candle should touch opposite side of range, and it is mostly heavy and fast candle. So, for example, as you can see here, this is the 15-minute time frame, but this is the 4-hour time frame, and as we can see here, this candle can be accumulation or range, and this second candle can be manipulation because it only wicked or took liquidity from this low. It didn't close below. And then this candle is distribution, the third candle where you want to take profits. This is not the best example, but yeah, because you usually want to take profit at the high of this candle, of this accumulation candle, but yeah. It's sufficient for the explanation. So the CRT model can be found on higher time frame, for example 4-hour, and entries can be found on lower time frame, for example 15-minute. You always use only lower time frame on your chart because CRT model on the higher time frame is shown on the lower one, and also you can plan entries on the lower time frame. You are able to change CRT model higher time frame in the indicator settings. So it means like you can change this higher time frame here for CRT time frame, okay? And you want to look for entries on the lower time frame, for example on the 15-minute time frame here. So there are 2 types of entries. A simple, that's what I talked about. Wait for manipulation candle to close on higher time frame, and then enter on the lower time frame above. Open of the distribution candle on higher time frame if it is short, or on the lower time frame below open of the distribution candle on higher time frame if it is long. These entries can be done by market order. Advanced, this is what advanced is what the indicator is looking for. So wait for the break of previous range high or low and enter by limit order when price reverses back to the range and retraces to the order block or fair value gap created by the breaker candle. So yeah, so stop loss can be placed above, below of the top or bottom created by the manipulation candle. First take profit should be placed in 1/2 of the accumulation range. So for example, if we have, this is our accumulation and this is the manipulation candle, we want to enter somewhere here, and the first take profit should be in the 1/2 of this candle, and the second take profit should be at the high of this accumulation candle. Okay, it is possible to filter only particular accumulation range and manipulation turtle slope candles depending also on time zone set in the settings. For example, on 4-hour CRT model, if you fill input indices for section range like 1 and 2 and input indices for section turtle slope like 3 and 4, then you are awaiting the range to form during Asia session and manipulation during London session if the time zone is somewhere around UTC +2. So it means basically these indices, so you want to So I'm going to turn this free indicator on. So we got 50-minute time frames, and we can see that we have some ranges, and I have my time zone is UTC +1. So my first range is like in the morning here when the Asia range is present, and also you can see the number 1 here and the number 2 here. So this is the first range of the higher time frame. So with the higher time frame is 4 hour. So this is the first 15. So this is the first 4 hour candle of the day. This is the second 4 hour candle of the day, and this is the third 4 hour candle of the day. So it is divided like to the ordered ranges, and you can tell which ranges you want to filter as the as the range or the accumulation candles, and which one you want to have for turtle soup. So if you have like 1 and 2 here, so this one and this second ranges are going to be found for the accumulation candles, and the turtle soup will be found at the second and third range, right? So as you can see here, we got this range low in the first range, and we got manipulation candle here in the second, okay, which is this one, order turtle soup. You can also check if you want to look for inside bars or not here. So I have explained also the time zone, also this what these indices mean. You can also filter by CRT trend. There is use a super trend for that. You can filter on long or shorts, and you can show or hide CRT candles, which means these ranges. It can be also called CRT range. You can hide or show turtle soups, engulf turtle soups, which means these solid lines. So here we have turtle soup of this range low, and here we have engulfed or closed above this body of this turtle soup, right? So then we want to look for long trades, and as you can see, then the price went up also here after the close below of the turtle soup body. We got this signal that the price should go down, and as you can see, it went down after that. Okay, also for example here it went up, okay, and here it went also after the close, it went up. So so I have explained, yeah, and you can also show some stop losses and take profits. So this red line shows your stop loss potential, this green line shows the potential take profit. So you can potentially use it if you want. Also here is the stop loss potential, and here is the take profit. As you can see, the take profit is placed on the high of the previous range, and the stop loss is placed of the turtle soup low. And you can also show some order blocks, which you can see here. You can enter with the limit orders when the price is retracing back, and you can also show the fair value gaps. As you can see, we have some fair value gaps here that I can show you. Only order blocks here. Okay, do we have something? Yeah, for example, here we have fair value gap. Also, there is an order block. As you can see, the price retraced to this fair value gap, and we can also turn on stop loss and take profit. It didn't hit the stop loss, and it went down, and the take profit would be here. Okay, this is the low of the previous range. Is there anything else you can show and hide? Yeah, and also you can show and hide the trend. Okay, so this trend is based on the higher time frame or on the CRT time frame. Okay, so this is the free indicator explained. You can also change some colors if you want. So you can find the free indicator by typing CRT Trades, and here you can find these CRT Trades by me, by Mikey, and you can add it to your chart for free. Okay, so is there anything I can read in the description? Yeah, dotted lines represent turtle soup of previous range and solid lines represent engulfing candle of the breaker candle on lower time frame. When the engulfing is closed, you can look for entries either by market order after closing or by limit order when the price retraces to order block created by breaker candle or fair value gap created by engulfing. So recommendations for combining lower entries and higher CRT model timeframes. So for 1 hour entries, you should use 1 day 1 day time frame, CRT time frame, or the higher time frame. For 15 minutes, you should use 4 hour. For 5 minutes, you should use 1 hour, and for 1 minute, you should use 15 minutes. So as we can see here, we are using 15-minute entries time frame, which is this, and we are using 4 hour higher CRT time frames. But you can change it like, for example, to 1 hour if you're on the 15 minutes, but you can change it to the same because it doesn't make sense. Okay, you are then getting errors. So okay, so now let's explain the premium indicator, which is based on the free indicator and have more complex settings. You can get 10 days free for this indicator by sending an email to crt.trades.indicator at gmail.com. So what are the more complex settings? So you can choose engulfing type here. So it can be either engulfed only body of the range or of the turtle slope or the high-low. So for example, if you can see here we have turtle soup of the previous range, low of the range, and here we have engulfed the high, right? You can see this solid line is going to the high, but you can also set this to the body, and then we have engulf the body. And then we can enter either by market or waiting to retrace to some order block or something, or the fair value gap. Yeah, you can also set the min CRT candle height in ATR value. So if you don't know what the ATR is, it represents average true range. You can hear some description here in the indicators, in the technicals, and it basically tells us what is the average height of the candle for the last 14 days by default. Okay, so this minimum CRT candle means the candle on the higher time frame. So we can set there some value and it will filter those CRT candles. Yeah, so but these filters only the accumulation candles. Okay, so yeah, time zone, ATR length, yeah, it is related to this ATR value. So I set it to the 28 days back. So indices you already know. So for the turtle soup, you can also filter turtle soups only that that have some body to wick ratio. For example, if you feel 90, so it means the body must be 90% of the wick. Okay. You can read also this description and this minimum candle height in ATR, but this settings is on the lower time frame. Okay, so this turtle soup candle, so if you can see here, this is not like this body must be 90% of the wick, which is probably not right, and then it doesn't show. But if I put 80, it should, yeah, it is showing up. So these settings are related to the lower time frame, and this minimum CRT is related to the higher time frame, to this 4-hour time frame in this example. And also minimum candle height in ATR is the same like this, but this is related to this candle, to this turtle soup candle. And you can also check this only by engulfing, which means that you want to show only the candles that closed below. Okay, so now here it closed below, but you can have also manipulation with only wick, for example here, and we want to filter those out. Okay, so only by engulfing. And if I turn this off, it is only, oh, of course, by wick. Of course, on the higher time frame, the manipulation candle must be only with wick, but we are here on the lower time frame. Okay, so as you can see here, this is like this is engulfed, so this is closed below, but this is lower time frame. And if you watch this particular candle, so we have on the 4-hour on the right, and if you watch this candle on the right side, you can see this is this one. Okay, and you can see that there is only wick, there is no close below this low. But on the lower time frame, if you want to filter out only those that close below the previous low, you need to check this. So you can also turn on the inside bars if you want. Yeah, inside bars are also available in the free indicator, but here you can choose if you want to consider inside bars only, or if you want to have only one inside bar. And the main point of the premium indicators is that you can filter by CRT key levels. So it means that the CRT key levels are based on the higher time frame, on the CRT time frame, and these current time frame key level are based on the current time frame. So this is the 15-minute time frame. So what it means, like if you want to filter out only the CRT key levels with the fair value gaps, it means that you can also show those. You can either choose the closest, which means if you have multiple key levels turned on, it will show you only the closest one from those. And if you have checked all, you will see all in the different colors. The colors you can change here. Okay, so now as you can see different colors, but I've been going to check the closest. But yeah, so now, but we have only fair value gap here. So as you can see for this, so for example, for this accumulation candle, we can see that the closest fair value gap is here. Yeah, and we can see that here is the fair value gap. Okay, it's not the best one, but I can show you something else. Okay, this is also not the best fair value gap to show. What do we have here? Yeah, so for example, we have accumulation here, turtle soup here, and we can see that fair value gap, the closest fair value gap is here. Okay, you can see on the right side, because until here we just tested, so that's the reason why it is showing here. Yeah, so you can filter by these key levels. Yeah, so also you can show this. This is not filtering. This is only like showing, right? So we can show fair value gap key level. We can show not break retest pivot key level, which is this one. So as we can see here, and on the higher time frame, we can see that it is this one. We can also set the pivot length. So we have only one. So it means if you have pivot low, there must be one candle higher on the left and one candle higher on the right. Also, we can set some pivot deviation in higher time frame at ATR. It means like, for example, if I set 0.1, you can see that it is going higher for the 0.1, and yeah, and basically what you want to look for is to turtle soup, or the candles after turtle soup, to hit the key level. So the key level is here, and you want to see that this key level is hit, and then it is very good to engulf the turtle soup, and then you can see the signal and you can see the result that we went up. Okay, so it's like a confirmation that we also hit after the turtle soup, or the turtle soup candle hits the key level. So I want to also explain the break retest pivot. It's a little bit different because a break retest pivot is the pivot that is broken. For example, this pivot is broken and retested. Okay, so this is broken, and here it is retested. Okay, so you can see this pivot length for both not break retest and break retest pivots. And also we get rejection blocks, which means, for example, this one rejection blocks is as you can see, okay, sorry, as you can see, here is some rejection block. On the right side I can see that this is where the body closed and next body opened. This can be taken as a rejection block here. Okay, this is some different key level, so you can combine multiple key levels. So this current time frame key level is the same, but it is showing the key levels on the current time frame only, not on the higher time frame. So you need to also show this, and if, as you can see, I turned on the fair value gaps, and as you can see, the closest fair value gap to this turtle soup candle is this one. Okay, here we can see the fair value gap here. Okay, so this is not the best trade because the candle after turtle soup didn't hit the key level, but it can be like also a good trade. As you can see, it went up. Okay, CRT trend I explained, and you can also, in the premium indicator, you can also filter trades by trading days, and I explained this in the free indicator. So yeah, so in the premium indicator, you can show also the key levels, which is like one of the most important things when looking for CRT trades. And the most important thing is that you can set alerts inside here for the long turtle soup, short turtle soup, which are triggered when the turtle soup happens. So here we have long turtle soup, here we have short turtle soup. You can see it by these dotted lines, and also, also you can have alert for long engulf turtle soup and short engulf turtle soup. So this is long engulf turtle soup, so it is this solid green line, and here we have short engulf turtle soup by this red solid line. As you can see, price will retrace back to some order block. I can really quickly show you order blocks, fair value gaps. Yeah, so we have also fair value gap here. We have also order block here. So after the engulfing, it retraced back and then it dumped. Okay. So guys, this was the premium indicator, and I would like to tell you more about the strategy. Yeah, so to get more info about the access to the CRT Trade Strategy, send an email to crt.trades.strategy@gmail.com. Uh, it is based on the CRT Trades Premium, but has more settings that you can adjust. So, for example, risk for position from initial balance or equity. You can set minimum risk-level ratio. You can set lot size. There are different lot size for currencies, for indices, for metals, and so on. So here in this CRT trade strategy, you can you can see uh, you can see that you have exact entries and exact exits. So here is the sell position executed, and here is the take profit executed. So you can set if you want to enter by limit. So after the engulfing, you are entering by limit market, and where is the limit on the order block of the order block high-low? Order block is here, and high-low is here. You can also set order block body, which is here. Okay. You can also set order block middle, which is here. Okay. And you can also set fair value gap middle, which is here. This is the fair value gap here, and fair value gap beginning. Okay, so you can also set engulfing type as shown in the previous indicators. You can also set stop loss type. So the high is here. You can set it to the body. It would be then here. Okay, in the body of the highest point. You can set take profit at half of the CRT range with X percent of position quantity. So it means like if you want to close the half position or the half position in the middle of the previous candle range, as I talked in the beginning, you can set how much of the quantity should be closed. So if you set 50, so the 50% of the position will be closed at the half of the previous candle range. So cancel pending limit at X of percent of TP. So when it hits 50% of the TP, the pending limit will be closed if the position wasn't entered. So if it wasn't entered, then the pending limit would close, okay, or would be deleted. So TP earlier in XATR, so you can set if you want the TP to be closed like earlier, because sometimes the price can jump or can bounce earlier than hitting the previous high or low. So you can set if you want to close TP earlier. If I set it to 0, you can see that this may be, this will be closed a little bit lower. If I set it to 0.5 of ATR, it will be higher, as you can see. So I would set it at least to 0.1. You know these settings. Also these settings you can set if you want only one trade a day. You can set check if you want close trade and manipulation failed. It means basically like on the higher time frame, as you know, this is like more experienced entries, and you are entering right before the engulfing. You are not waiting for the close of the second manipulation candle. So for example here you have range accumulation, you have manipulation, and here this is the second candle. Here you can see that the manipulation happened, right? But if this candle was already developing and the strategy would enter after the engulfing, and then the price would close like below this low, then manipulation failed and the position can be closed immediately. I'm not sure if I can find something. Yeah, I can find something, right? So so as you can see here, we have this high, which is this high here. We have turtle soup here, okay? So this is the second manipulation candle on the higher time frame, and here was the engulfing, so we entered on the limit on this high low, on this low of this order block, and then what happened? This candle closed above the previous range. Okay, so this manipulation candle closed above. You remember we want to be this first candle only manipulated, not closed above. So because this can lead to price going higher if it closed above. So exactly as this second candle was closed, which was here, the market is closed. Oh, sorry, the trade is closed. Okay, so this is what this checkbox means. So we can also set stop loss to put to break even, or you can either close half of the position when the take profit when this rate is hit. So for example, if the 66% of the take profit is hit, you can either set stop loss to break even, or you can close half. You can close in profit by also, this is the same as the closing taper earlier, so this is closing stop loss break even earlier. Okay, so we know these settings. And here, what this CRT key level and current time frame key level do is that here it works like a filters. So if you click like this, for example, as you can see, those trades disappeared because there were no hits of the key levels. So after the turtle soup, we want these 5 candles or these 4 candles, we want at least one of them to hit the previous key level. Okay, it doesn't have to be only this turtle soup, also the candles after. So these 4 are the highest. Okay, so if it doesn't hit any key level, because it can jump or it can bounce from the key level to the opposite side, it is like a confirmation, one more confirmation. So if there is no key level, no trade will be open, as you can see here. And if I remove this, there is a trade. Okay, as I can show you that here is no fair value gap anywhere near. Okay, it doesn't even show anything. So for example, do we have any trade here? Yeah, so for example, here we have a trade without filtering, without key levels, but if we want to filter by only fair value gaps key levels, you can see that the closest fair value gap is here. Okay, if we look on the higher time frame, yeah, it's here. So we are here, we are somewhere here, and the closest fair value gap untested is here, as you can see. But this turtle soup is not hitting it. It's like far away. So that's why the trades doesn't show up here. But if I turn off the filter, you can see that there is a trade which was a stop loss, unfortunately. Okay. So and if you check these 3, it means like it can be one of these 3. Okay. It doesn't mean that it must be all of them, but one of them. The same applies for the current time frame key levels. So we can also filter by CRT trend. Okay, so the main thing is that the premium indicator doesn't do filter, it only shows the trend and only shows the key levels, but the strategy is filtering by it. Yeah, you can also filter by trading days, and here you have some fields for if you want to create automatic trading bot via Pine connector. You can use these fields where you put license ID, and if you want some symbol mapping, for example, some brokers can have like some prefixes or postfixes and this currency, so you can do your custom symbol mapping. Okay, and yeah, you can also see there is you can have like very detailed backtesting. You can do some deep backtesting like 4 years ago and so on, or the 10 years ago. To the history, you can have some detailed backtesting statistics. You can see every trade here. Okay, you can also jump to every trade and look how it how it happened, and so on. So we have this overview where you have profit factor, percent profitable, total closed trades, the net profit, and so on. So yeah, so you have backtesting results. You can create automated trading bot with using Pine connector. I can also record video how to connect it to the Pine connector if you want. Via Pine connector you can connect it to the MetaTrader 4 or 5. Yeah, and the last thing is that everybody who joins the CRT strategy will have access to the Discord where I am preparing the CRT trades Discord where the members can chat. Like in the general, I'm going to create probably more rooms, but what is the best of this, that we can share the best settings or the best backtesting results, and which settings work best, which symbols work best, and we can then choose, and I can like filter the best ones and post them to this best settings room, and every new member can set his settings by this, and or can inspire and can use it for his automated trading bot, and we can help as a community to find the best setups available and best settings for the strategy available. I'm very looking forward to this, to have a community around this CRT trade strategy. As I said, I'm probably going to create more rooms, more types of rooms. So also, if you have any ideas, which rooms should I create, just let me know, and we can chat here also. Okay, guys, probably that's all. I'm very excited for this CRT journey. It's very accurate, very high win rate, as I said. It became very popular in the recent history. So guys, I hope you enjoyed, and see you hopefully in the next video.